I'm looking at a bridge over the so-called Sheepwash Channel, which connects the canal behind me with the Thames running right and left. And I think it's a lovely sight. And I'm going to use it as a starting point for another video in my series on secret cafes. Last time I did Annie's Tearoom in Thrupp, and that is secret, at least to many Oxford residents, because it's so far away that they've not had a chance to bump into it or find out about it. The cafe that I'm going to talk about now is secret because it's in a part of Oxford that you'd probably never think of visiting unless you had business there, and yet it's pretty close to the city centre, and it's pretty close to some very pretty scenery like this. So I'm going to go there now. It's about 11:30 on Wednesday, last day of April, and it is another gorgeous morning. The air is warm, it's calm, it's still. There's bird song. You couldn't wish for anything better. And that's the view over allotments on the other side of the Thames. And beyond the allotments is Botley Park, and Botley Road is in that direction. And that bridge I started with may seem a bit of an odd place to start my video, but I think it's just pretty. To get to the cafe I'm going to, you don't have to start from there. You can start from all sorts of other places, such as Botley Road, which I'll cross in a minute. Those are still the allotments. That tree seems to be very late coming into leaf. Now, normally I would just be able to walk down and get onto Botley Road, but normal hasn't been normal here for a long time now. Thames Water have blocked this off for, I think, over a year. So I have to go round, which I'm going to do now, and I'll come back onto the bridge from the left shortly. Now I'm on the south side of Botley Road. And that's where Thames have blocked off the river. They were supposed to finish by the end of March, but they didn't. That is St Friedwide's Church. And that's the West Oxford Community Centre, and behind it is Botley Park, and that goes all the way back to roughly the level I was at when I viewed the first bridge. And in fact, one of the there's a stream running behind the park, which is an offshoot of the Thames. Off to the right, it connects up with the bits of the Thames that you saw under the bridge and flows southwards and eventually rejoins somewhere around Grandpont, and that's the Bullstake stream. So now I've come off Botley Road and I'm on Ferry Hinksey Road. And I'm going to walk to the end of Ferry Hinksey Road and then turn left. If I were to turn right instead, there's a path called Willow Lane that goes off to North Hinksey. And if you turn left at the end of that, you can walk to a lovely pub set in lush gardens called The Fishes. And there's another path a little bit further on than Willow Lane that does the same thing. It actually decants you straight into the Fishes garden. And that is a highly recommended walk, and if you look at my videos, look for The Fishes and Hinksey, you'll find a video about it. Especially recommended this week with the wonderful weather. These are playing fields on the right. Willow Lane is at the back. It runs in that direction along the back of the playing field. On the other side of Willow Lane there are meadows, and further on there is meadow. So there's a huge amount of green space behind Botley Road. And almost anywhere along Botley Road you can go southwards and get into the country very, very quickly. Doing so northwards, doing so on the north side of Botley Road isn't quite so easy because a lot of the land is privately owned. This is still Ferry Hinksey Road. That's Willow Lane. And I'm going to turn left instead of right into Osney Mead. And I'm looking for something off to the right. That's the Booker cash and carry, where you can buy wholesale. Quite a few small retailers use it, I think. We used to use it in our college, actually. We had a sort of honour-based cupboard that sold sweets and drinks, and we used to get things like cans of Lilt and Fanta and Mars bars and what have you, and they came in bulk from this place. That's a fish market. And the sun really is beating down. There's that slight haze in the sky, and it does seem rather a waste of good weather to use it on the industrial estate as well as the pretty bits of Oxford. And That is what I want. Jericho Coffee Trader. This place sold me a really nice cup of cappuccino last time I was here, and I think it deserves to be known as a hidden gem. So I'll go inside and order. So they're just making my coffee. I've ordered a cappuccino, and this is the inside of the cafe. Cakes here, banana bread, lemon and poppy seed, brownies, and I can't read what that is, cookies, and that's the cafe, lots of seats. It's very nice and simple design. This is the outside. I'm facing towards Willow Lane. There are quite a lot of university departments over there now, including a sort of offshoot of the Bodleian. And it may be that that's one of the things that stimulated Jericho Coffee Trader to open a cafe here. And that's my cappuccino, which I shall now drink. Well, that was nice coffee, as refreshing as last time. I needed that. So that is Jericho Coffee Traders Café in Osney Mead Industrial Estate, and I think it deserves to be much better known than it is. I'm going to end the video now. See you next time.